right, guys, welcome back to another podcast. White House fight is around the corner. I'm going to the White House fight, and I'm going to be firing on Prize Picks. Nuclear. I'm going to be putting together a massive lineup for Prize Picks for this, and then I'm also going to probably, fire on every single fight. Follow me on the Prize Picks app at Kyle, and you guys can see what I'm actually picking when I do it. Let's fire big for the White House fight. I'm so fired up for this. That's what I love about Prize Picks now is, I've always loved doing the lineups. Now you can choose teams. It's literally everything all in one app. As of May, you can even put the team picks into your lineup, which is crazy. So you can add a team pick for MLB, NBA, or WNBA to one of your lineups. Prize Picks available in so many different states, including California, Texas, Florida. If you guys have never tried out the Prize Picks app, we got you guys on code NELK. Download the app and use that for your first time, and then just put in $5 and you get $50 for free. So take advantage of code NELK. So we got NHL playoffs, NBA finals, World Cups around the corner, White House fight in 2 weeks. We're going nuclear, boys. I'm trying to win big. Download the Prize Picks app. Use code NELK. Let's get into the podcast.
What's up, boys?
Yeah, boys.
George.
What up?
Let's go, boys.
Boys are oiled up or what?
Fucking Steiny wearing a TPT Bucky today to get some coin back.
100%.
I'm dual stacking upper deckies for this one.
Senator Freezer tarps? That's jokes. One of you guys going to ask about Strickland?
I got two questions for him. I'm asking him how the fuck he's going to top this one. And I'm going to be like, buddy, maybe the fucking Egyptian pyramids next. And then I'm going to ask him what he thinks about me throwing 30K on Sugar Sean knockout. And then I'm going to shut my mouth because I don't want to fuck anything up. I don't know shit.
Yo, Chetty, you know what's the best treadmill shit I just learned? Watching Modern Warfare campaign clips. I've been doing
bro.
I've been doing that. Dude, it gets me fired up just literally watching the story mode. I've never played the game in my life. You know what it is? The video games are so good now. It looks like I'm watching a war movie. It's sick.
It is like that, dude.
Do you rip story mode on COD every time?
I give it a go, and then
I think I did an MW2, but I think that's it.
Yeah, the OG one for sure. I remember Halo campaigns were fucking go.
Hey, COD story mode's kind of like whatever, right?
Yeah, it's like you're just you're just like it's just killing bots, dude.
It's like so hard to die and shit too. Like you're like it's pretty easy, right? Yeah, like you're never dead.
Speak for yourself.
It's not like getting shot in multiplayer. Like you can eat so many shots in story mode. You can eat like you can eat
get
like
lit up by a
you can
tank.
eat like a zillion bullets.
Dude, I'm playing Vanguard right now, and I can't. I'm like getting mad throwing my controller. I can't beat the campaign. It's
Bro,
like, and I'm on recruit.
Vanguard. What is that game?
I think it's Call of Duty Vanguard or something.
Oh, COD Vanguard. Okay.
It's like some World War II thing, or like you're in Vietnam.
Oh, dude,
but
that game is sick.
Yeah, it's a good game.
I'm way too good at Call of Duty fucking multiplayer. That's my shit.
I don't think I've ever played multiplayer. I can't do it, dude.
Sliding around and shit.
Dude, if I streamed me playing Campaign, I'm so bad. It's like I'm like throwing grenades and it's like killing me and shit. Like I don't know what I'm doing.
Cooking them too long.
Yo, Kyle, did I ever tell you this story? Remember this when I bought this in China?
Okay, where did you buy that at the Great Wall?
Yeah, the Mao statue.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of was seeing this girl who's Chinese, and she comes over to my house. And she's like, "Why do you have a Mao statue?"
Oh my god!
I don't even know who it is, and I'm like, "Oh, I heard he's like a bad guy. My bad." Like, she's like, "No, he's the best." Like, she like thought it was sick that I like rep Mao.
Oh, like, really?
Because isn't he like a badass? He's like a bad guy, right?
I mean, who knows? It's probably like how people love Trump or hate Trump too. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I think it was
Mao
pretty heavy.
Caused a giant famine. I know the Trump haters. The Trump haters would think
such a Santa Cruz line.
the Trump haters would think that he killed a lot of people, but actually, greatest country on earth. But it's a whole other story.
He caused the giant famine.
Yeah,
that's a brutal thing to be recognized for. Just starve people. Communism
doesn't work, despite what a lot of the people in the United States are campaigning for.
I don't even know what that word means, to be honest.
China's lit. That's all I know.
Spurs and 7, huh, Judd?
I had 50K on the Spurs last night.
The only bet I took on this was that the series was going to go 7 games. So if it goes 7 games, I'm cashing a little money. Like
I knew
that,
they weren't going to go up 3-0.
Yeah,
I feel dude.
They're not gonna let that
fuck.
happen.
I listened to all the fucking idiots, deleted my bet and shit. God damn, dude.
I think Hurricanes tonight.
When 4G's hot, he might be hot.
I don't strike too often. Like last night, I was just like, yo, Spurs, 100%, 50K. What's up, Dana?
What's up, boys? How are
What
you?
up, Dana?
What's up, Dana?
How we doing? Good?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Good. You in DC already?
Oh yeah, I've been gone for like 15 days. I'm England, DC. I go to New York tomorrow, and then back here to DC, and then yeah, I'm all over the place.
That's crazy. I mean, I've been watching the UFC for so long too, and I feel like a lot of people haven't seen all the stuff you guys have gone through to build the UFC to what it is. You know, I think a lot of people started watching post COVID, but they didn't see the state by state battles where the sport wasn't even legalized in some states.
No,
This-
it was
is this like a-
it was illegal,
Yeah,
not legalized.
Yeah, that's what I
illegal. That's a
yeah.
whole
Sorry, illegal in different states.
story when something is illegal and you have to turn it around and make it legal. Yeah, it's been. Listen, this is probably one of the craziest stories in all of sports. But yeah, we've been through some shit.
Is this like a moment for you where you kind of sit back
No.
and
No.
not even right?
No, so what we're doing now is, I mean, the setup over. I just went and walked it again last night. Went through all the elements and had a whole production meeting last night. I mean, we're basically on the lawn of the White House building an arena, which is almost impossible to do. And then beyond that, on the ellipse, what we built on the ellipse is even crazier. My head of production, Craig Borsari, and my team are just so badass, man. The stuff that we pull off. I thought the sphere was going to be, the craziest thing we'd ever done, but this tops it by, 1,000,000 times what the sphere was.
Is this going to rank as the biggest sporting event of all time?
I certainly hope so. It's definitely the most historic, for sure. And again, something that will never be done. I said, when we went into the sphere, I said, after we do this, a lot of people are going to roll in after us and try to do it. Fucking nobody tried to do it. Nobody has tried to pull off the sphere since we did it. And nobody's definitely going to do this again.
Yeah. So how are you going to top the White House then? Maybe like outside at the Egyptian
No,
pyramids
I don't
or
try
something?
to top anything. It's just these things just sort of happen. Like Brady hit me up, and Brady said, "Hey, you want to go to U2 with me this weekend?" So we went to the Sphere, went to U2. While I was watching the show, I was like, "This is fucking badass. I want to do this." So we did it, and then we were at a fight one night, and the president leans over and goes, "We should do a fight at the White House." And I was like, yes, we should. Let's do it. So what I like brand new arenas. When new arenas pop up and they have a lot of, a lot of new technology and people can get a great experience, for one of our fights. This is, this just happened to happen. It's the 250th birthday of America. So it just happened. I'm never trying to do fights in funky places. Not really my. I don't even like fucking stadiums, because I feel like they're too big and you don't get the same experience that you get in a great arena.
What do you think's been like? I mean, obviously you're just in problem solving mode. Like what's been the like number one bullshit you've had to figure out, do you think, to make this happen?
To be honest with you, this has been pretty smooth so far. And it's been pretty smooth. Now we're just looking down the barrel of weather. Is the weather going to be okay? There's all kinds of stories being written about the weather. Everybody's trying to predict the weather this Sunday. But it's looking good. We're using the military. The military weather service is the best on the planet. And we're looking good. We're looking good so far. Again, fucking knock on wood here.
Knock on wood. Is there any legs to this Susan Douglas, the civil activist? She's trying to file an injunction to stop the event. Is that just kind of background noise, or is that something that you guys actively have to look into?
I actually was surprised it took the loonies that long. I knew loonies were going to pop up somewhere at some point in time. They were a little late to the game, but I was expecting them.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy controversy with a lot of people about this event.
The first time we ever did a fight in London, we did it at the Royal Albert Hall, and they tried to shut us down then too, back in 2002. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
No, I was just saying, like you have Ayman Zahabi, who's a Muslim fighter, and you have like a kind of a multicultural experience when you're watching the UFC. You're watching kids from the favela
100%.
who have come up and now they're living out their dreams, yet people really want to hate on this event. As far as some of the rumors that are going around that are riling people up, if we could just like clarify some of them. The number one thing going on Twitter right now is they're saying Sean Strickland is banned from the event. What are the details with that? What's going on there?
it's the dumbest fucking shit that, every day I wake up and I see dumb shit on, and you're absolutely right. No, he's not fucking banned. Listen, Sean Strickland, he's just not invited. Not banned. We just didn't invite him. We have 800 fucking fighters under contract that aren't going to the event. Not because they're banned, because there's no room. And not to mention the fact, if you look at all the shit Sean Strickland said leading up to the White House event, he's basically saying he didn't want to be there. He wouldn't want to be there. He wouldn't want to fight there. And he's just sort of, this is what Sean Strickland does. Not to mention the fact that if this fight was in fucking Tucson, Arizona, in an arena, Sean Strickland is the type of guy you keep away from other human beings. It's not like, Sean's the guy that you want fucking roaming around. We invite him to power slap fights. He gets in fucking fights with people while he's there. He walks up to people, fucking Machine Gun Kelly, and just starts calling them names. And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Sean Strickland is the fucking victim. That's hilarious. No, Sean Strickland has not been banned by us or the White House.
That is a funny way to put it.
He's not a guy you bring around to other people, let alone the fucking White House. And he made it very clear leading up to the event that it was something that he did not want to be a part of. Now all of a sudden he's been this victim who's been banned. Nobody's banned.
Yeah, I think the controversy is like he is the only American champ right now. And so people like want to see him there. Then the other controversy was another rumor that people were saying it tied in with it. People are like, oh, Netanyahu is going to be ringside. So can you dispel that rumor that's going on?
I highly fucking doubt that Netanyahu is going to be at the event. But this is all the goofy shit that comes out and leads up to anything.
World,
it's just it's all bullshit. But I love it. I love all this kind of stuff. This is
That's what comes with an event of this
so
magnitude,
true.
right?
That's exactly right.
You're gonna have fucking haters when you're doing something this earth shattering.
Also, if you're not invited to something, just saying that you're banned is a cooler way to do it. You know what I mean? Like technically, Steiny, you're banned from this event. You know what I mean? Like we're all anyone who's not going is banned.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely not banned. Nobody has been banned. We have 800 fighters under contract. We have a bunch of guys that are coming out, and girls that are going to, be a part of the Ellipse, the fan experience over there. Sean Strickland is not the guy that you fucking bring to that event and do it. We have 44 events a year. Sean Strickland at 44 of our fucking events every year? No. None of the fighters are, the 800 fighters that we have under contract. There's a group of guys and girls that do go, and 700 and something that don't.
Yeah.
Goofy shit that leads up to an event.
A lot of people on the left have framed this as being paid for by taxpayers, and this is something that's pretty clear if you just Google it, but they're still having this narrative that somehow Trump is paying for this. So that's another thing that you might...
Not only are the taxpayers not paying for this thing, we're paying for fucking everything. This is a big number on this one. And here's the other thing. So, hey, Elliot, in my room, there's a a Washington, D.C. magazine. I think it's on the floor by my bed. Go grab that. So it's the 250th birthday of America. You know how many fucking events are going on in Washington, D.C. and to celebrate 250? And there's this Washington, D.C. magazine I was looking at a couple nights ago that's in the hotel room here. And it's literally filled with all the events that are happening, you know, from concerts to fucking all this other shit. So because Trump likes the UFC and the UFC is one of the events here, you know, it's the event that the people that don't like Trump want to attack.
It's Trump's B-Day that day,
and Flag
too, right?
Day.
Or is that Sunday?
Flag Day, Trump's birthday was. We were supposed to do it the 4th of July, but he ended up. He's got to be in like 3 fucking states on the 4th of July. Plus, it's my favorite holiday, so I'm glad we don't. Look at this is a Washington magazine here. The full cover is America's 250. Big events, new exhibits, grand openings, local gems, this, that, all the ways to celebrate 250 in Washington, D.C. And this thing is literally full of concerts and fucking everything that's going on in Washington, D.C. for America's 250th birthday. Nobody's fucking bitching about that, all right?
Yeah, I mean, Teddy Roosevelt did some boxing fights right at the UFC, right at the White House, and nobody really
We have a
bitched
huge
about
story
that.
about it in the show. Yeah, Teddy Roosevelt used to spar. He'd bring in fighters, and he used to spar with them at the White House. He used to spar, wrestle, and grapple back in his day.
Whoa,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
sick.
he was a badass.
So guys, every week we give away $1,000 in Bitcoin with MoonPay. All you got to do every week is go to X, Nelk Boys, comment on our post, send us your MoonPay wallet address. We give away 1,000 in Bitcoin every single week. Shout out to MoonPay. You guys should have the MoonPay app anyway if you're doing anything crypto related. It's like your passport to the entire crypto ecosystem. You can start with as little as $20, and it's so easy. MoonPay has every single payment provider on the planet. They have Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, PayPal. MoonPay is now partnered with WAP, your home on the internet. WAP is a marketplace for digital products, courses, communities, trading groups, basically anything someone can sell online. They've been going super hard on crypto monetization, making it easier for creators to accept crypto payments and reach buyers who live on chain. WAP is built for the full range of internet businesses, from solo operators to established brands. With MoonPay, WAP users can now move from earning to holding crypto in a smoother flow. WAP is building the creator economy for people who actually understand money, and MoonPay is the fastest way to move that money. Shout out to MoonPay, the best crypto app in the game. Let's get back into the podcast.
You do a pretty big party for July
yeah.
4th, right?
Yeah,
I think I heard that.
fucking-
You like
it's my
throw for your employees, your friends.
I got a place
Yeah.
up in Maine, and I go up there, and like literally, I put on like a 30-minute fireworks show, and people from all the towns that are around me all fucking come over and park their cars around my property and watch the show. And yeah,
I'll be in
sick.
Bar Harbor, Maine, by that area. By the way,
you're
so
40 minutes from me, 40 minutes away. Yeah,
yeah, I live up in North Conway, New Hampshire, so not
very
too far.
cool.
away.
You probably go ham on fireworks.
30 minutes.
What do you spend on fireworks?
30 minutes long. Most fireworks show are like a 10-minute fireworks show is a long fireworks show. Mine's 30 minutes. My show is better than the town that fucking does them.
Oh yeah, I grew up in a small town. It was about 45 seconds. Our
Right.
fireworks show.
And that's normal.
It was a couple black cats. It was like it wasn't too great.
So Dana, how long do you see yourself doing this kind of grind? I know you've been able to, it's not the same grind as it was when you were like battling, John McCain and this type of thing. UFC is way more mainstream now, so it's a bit more fluid. But do you see yourself doing this into your 80s? Or like, what do you want to do?
As we continue to grow, we continue to, we're not a fight promotion anymore. I mean, we're so much bigger than that. And what I just did a boxing match in England, my first fight on Sky Sports over there. And it was fucking unbelievable. I mean, the English fans are different, man. They're just so different. And any sporting event, you can go to a fucking ping pong match in England and the fans will make it the most exciting thing you've ever seen. And, they're singing and chanting. And, when people talk to me about, your competitors, my competitors are the NFL, the NBA, Major League Baseball, and the NHL. Those are my competitors. All these other guys, we are not the fucking same. Okay. We are not in the same fucking league. Not even close. So I want you guys to wrap your fucking head around this. Now, the most powerful in the world, you're talking about soccer. Soccer's massive. In the United States, the NFL is the monster in this country. And when you talk about competing and competition, when they were sitting around their headquarters and it came out, they said, what? The fucking UFC just got an $8 billion fucking television deal? There was $8 billion sitting over at Paramount. How did we not get that money? We'll put games on fucking Tuesday. We want that money. And those are the guys that then, the NHL, Major League Baseball, all these other guys that saw that deal get done, they all want that. So over the next, 6 years, me and my team have to fucking deliver on a lot of different fronts for Paramount so that when we're looking down the barrel of our deal ending, these are the guys that I'm going to be competing with. All these other fucking, I'll do a press conference and I got my press going, oh, fucking Oscar De La Hoya said, what? Fucking Oscar De La Hoya. Eddie Hearn said, and fucking all these other guys. Jake Paul said, guys, we are not the same. Those guys are not my fucking. They're all competing with each other. They're all gonna fucking beat each other up and blow all their fucking money and do whatever they're gonna do. Those guys are not my competition. So the question you asked me is, how much longer am I to do? I have so much shit that's going on right now that I want to do. And however long it fucking takes. But the new thing that I'm really focused on is boxing and building that up over the next couple of years. And got a lot of big announcements over the next month. So I'm still having fun. I love this shit. I've been on the road for 15 fucking days and I'm not going home till Monday. And then I go out on the road again right after that. This is going to be, it's crazy because if you look at what we've accomplished, like Kyle said when we started the podcast, this is probably the busiest year of my career this year with all the shit that we got going on. So I still love it. I still got the fucking energy to do it. And so who knows? I might be 80 still doing this shit. Who knows?
Is it hard to imagine not doing it? Like once you find a love for doing this, like you wake up one day and you're like, how am I not going to do this shit?
The problem is I'm still in that mode where I love the stress. I love solving problems. I love building. I like to build. And, if you look at what we've already accomplished within the next couple of years, any way that you could possibly kick somebody's ass, we're going to be involved in and be the biggest and the best. So I still have a lot of goals as far as, what we're doing with TKO as a group. And I love the team that we've built. I mean, my UFC team is fucking second to none. I mean, I talk about my employees all the time. They're a bunch of fucking animals, killers. And then now the team that I've built with Nick Khan on the boxing side is exactly the same. And I'm having a blast with these guys right now. I like killers, man. And I got a bunch of fucking killers working for me.
That's what I was going to ask about the Zuffa boxing, because I've seen you talk about it in the press conferences and you're like, judge us by what we do at the end of the year. Are you guys looking to completely take over boxing like you did the UFC?
We're 5 months in. 5 months we've been doing this. Look at the guys we've signed. Look at the fights that we're putting on. And then, I keep saying because I know what's coming down, the pike right now. So I keep saying Jan 1, 2027. Judge us for what we did in 2026 as we look back and see what we did in 1 year in the sport. Guys, these other fucking guys that have been in the business forever, they're all on DAZN. Do you even know what fucking DAZN is? Do any you guys know what DAZN? Nobody's
Tried to download the app. It sucked.
nobody's watching fucking DAZN. And all these guys who hated each other 6 months ago are now all crammed on the same shitty little fucking platform. And meanwhile, we're in over like 94 countries around the world on television. So when you fight for Zuffa Boxing, obviously, when you're a fighter, you want to make as much money as you possibly can. But what's just as important or more important is how many people around the world see you accomplish these great things and see what you do. And that's what you get with us. So, yeah.
Could Zuffa Boxing be an avenue to do those cross promotional events that the fighters always talk about how they want to do and stuff like that? Is that something that we could see with that?
Let's take one of the greatest boxers ever and let him box an MMA guy who can't fucking box. I don't like it. There's always going to be a market for that type of shit. Like, that's what Jake Paul does. Jake Paul does, it's not my thing.
Like gimmicky shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does what I consider goofy shit. And there's always going to be a market for that. People are always going to want to see that, It's a one and done, and it's just that's just not what I do. Not what I do. I want to see who the best is.
I was just going to say, are there any plans to build out more UFC PIs? Because I think that's one of the best things you guys have ever done. I went to the UFC PI, really beautiful place, and it becomes like a melting pot of martial arts. Like during the UFC BJJ events, you got all the guys like Mason Fowler, the Tackett brothers in there, and they're sparring with Marab. Are there any other plans to build out more PIs?
Yeah, we got Mexico and we got China. And the China one is badass. And we got, I just did a fight in Bournemouth, England. And one of the guys said, hey, you guys are, you got a Sky deal now over here. You guys are in the boxing. You sign all the guys. Don't you think that a PI in England would make sense? And yes, it absolutely does.
You guys got to do one in Canada too.
Kyle just wants to go work out there.
Well, the Canada one is close to the U.S. Canada it's easy to get to the one in Vegas, but sure. I think the next one that makes sense would be the UK.
Where does this put Topuria among the greats if he's able to pull off another?
Yeah, I mean, this guy's on a run right now that, he's obviously you got him and Islam, pound for pound, best fighters in the world. And then, those two could possibly fight. So, yeah, he's looking down the barrel of fucking greatness, no doubt about it. And I believe that if Pereira wins, a third title in 3 different fucking weight classes, he's the GOAT.
If Topuria wins this fight, you think we could potentially see an Islam fight?
Anything's possible.
That'd be fucking crazy.
Yeah, the Topuria fight's going to be insane, especially because all the shit they've been talking on social media lately, it just builds it more for the fans. Like when there's some real heat there. That was like with the Strickland Hamzat fight. I know they made up at the end, but they had heat with each other, and that brought a lot of eyes to that fight. So do you like when fighters kind of go at it, or do you just sort of stay out of it and let it sort of naturally occur?
You have guys that can't stand each other and it gets to, crazy levels. Or you have guys who totally respect each other and, there's a lot of respect leading up to the fight. The boxing match that we just did with the Canadian Riziki and Chris Billum Smith, total respect leading up to the fight. And the fight was a fucking war. I mean, like a Rocky movie type fight. Like if you saw that in a movie, you'd be like, this is such bullshit. These guys can never take this kind of punishment. It was one of those kind of fights. So you don't need a bunch of, talk to make a great fight. But when it happens and it's organic, it's definitely fun.
Yeah, it's so true. Sometimes it's the ones that you're like, no one's really talking about, and ends up being like legendary.
Yeah, when you have two bad motherfuckers heading in to fight each other, and that is the case with Gaethje and Ilya. I mean, both guys have explosive knockout power, highlight reel knockouts, and it's like one of those fights. Whoever catches that chin first on Sunday night is going to win that fight.
You think people are underestimating Gaethje? I mean, he's fought literally the best guys in the world: Khabib, Are people like
100%,
underestimating him a little bit?
You know, because Ilya looks so good and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the truth of the matter is, both guys have unbelievable knockout power. So whoever catches that chin first could win this fight.
Yeah, Gaethje's big too.
I'm hammering Gaethje. Let's go, knockout Gaethje for America.
Freezer, you're picking Sean as well, Freezer.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that, Dana. As a degenerate gambler, I'm thinking about throwing $30K on a Sugar knockout. What do you think about that happening?
Well, again, any of these guys that have true knockout power and are knockout artists. Yeah, anything is possible. I mean, you know, the thing with Gaethje is people are like, Gaethje's at the end of his career and Gaethje's old. Gaethje still knocks people the fuck out. I mean, the guy, to count him out and think that he couldn't hit Ilya, you know, and catch him on the chin is crazy. It's the fun in having two guys that are both knockout artists face each other. And obviously Sugar Sean O'Malley has devastating knockout power too.
Is there any truth to this Arman betting $1 million on a fight?
No. From what I heard is that Arman didn't. It was one of his buddies that bet. One of his buddies bet $1 million on Gaethje, right?
Really?
Yeah, he's got some rich friends.
I mean, that's a big payout if it wins.
Yeah.
Two-leg parlay. O'Malley knockout, Gaethje knockout, boys. Lock it in. You heard it here.
And what's crazy is a lot of these betting apps, you know, they don't let you bet $1 million. I mean, I remember when Jake Paul fought Anthony Joshua. I wanted to bet $10 million on Anthony Joshua. I mean, I would have bet every fucking thing that I owned in life on that fight. Then you know what happened? Then the Tom Aspinall fight happened when he got poked in the fucking eye. And I was like, holy shit. Yeah. You know, what if fucking, you know, what if Jake Paul does some fucking goofy shit to, you know, try not, and what happened during the fight? Jake Paul literally kept fucking diving at his legs the whole time, like fucking, you know, trying to avoid the fight. And I was sitting there going, holy shit, if I would have bet on this fucking fight, I'd have been sitting here freaking out that he's going to blow his ACL out because, you know, Jake Paul keeps diving at his fucking legs. And you never know what's going to happen when you sports bet, man. Sports betting is so fucking crazy.
Are you still anti-sports betting? Because last time we talked, you were no sports betting, only blackjack. But have you been dabbling a little bit in sports betting now?
Super Bowl, I'll throw some money, some fun money on the Super Bowl and shit like that. You know, they say, betting on the game makes it a lot more fun. You're a fucking lunatic if you think that betting on the game is fucking fun.
Yeah,
it's true.
Freezer, what do you have to say to that?
Freezer. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, boys. You know, you got to toss a few bucks here and there on Puka Nakua over yards. I know Dana does that under the table.
I feel like you bet on stuff that you're not interested in to make it interesting. That's why I don't bet on UFC stuff because like it actually ruins it for me. Then I'm like biasly watching it, and I'm like, I fucking like watching it.
No, betting on UFC is awesome.
Yeah, you can bet with your friends on the UFC, and like you can make a case like in the Derek Lewis Josh Hokett fight. You can make an easy case for either athlete in there. It's like you 100%. don't know what's going to happen.
The craziest sport to bet on is power slap.
I have no idea what's going to happen in that. Yeah.
If you've never bet and then gone to power slap live,
I haven't done that. That would be fun.
You got to do that.
The craziest sport to bet on is the fucking NBA, right? So you'll bet on the NBA and you'll be like, hey, I'm up 30 points. We fucking got this. You go take a piss. You come back and it's fucking, you're down 2. Like, what the fuck? How did that happen? They go on these.
Last night, that should happen with the Knicks.
On these fucking runs, man. Yeah, the NBA is the worst to bet on. The fucking scores just go like this.
What's the status of your blackjack with Michael Rubin? The high stakes.
Well,
is that anywhere near?
Rubin was just like, fuck. If you do something like this, I'll jump in with you. I'll do it. But yeah, I'm working on a big gaming. But yeah, we're already at the level where they'll let me bet. The MGM will let me bet $1 million a hand.
Damn.
And in your plan for that, do you go 3 hands like you usually do, or just 1 hand?
Yeah, you could go 1 or you could go 3. Yeah. Yeah.
Or you'll mix it up.
Total $1 million. Not $1 million a hand, but 3 would be the total $1 million bucks. Okay. Yeah. But I'm working on a big gaming deal. I told you I've been telling you about this for a couple of years. It's been a tough thing to negotiate and figure out how it all works out, but we are fucking right there.
It's what we like to hear as degenerates, Dana. If you need an intern, just let me know.
I feel like, Dana, you were like naturally created to be in the fight business. You've created such great shit. Like, if you weren't in, boxing or UFC, what do you think you would be doing with your expertise?
I'd still be training like I was before, I did all this shit. I made a decision when I was 19 years old that I wanted to be in the fight business for the rest of my life. And at the time, I didn't know exactly what that meant or where it would lead, but that's what I'd still be doing. Because I love doing that too. I just love being in the fight business.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you ever sit back and reflect a little bit? Like you've created this verb in the UFC. Like I went down to Entram where Michael Morales trains, and he's a really good dude. He has these orphans from an orphanage nearby that go and train there. And they all say they want to be in the UFC. They want to be a UFC fighter. Like it's a verb that's been created. Do you ever sit back as an entrepreneur and reflect?
I never reflect. I'm not a reflector.
That is crazy.
I talk about this a lot, and especially leading up to this White House fight. Unfortunately, I'm always in this mode like, what's next? What's next? What's next? I mean, we've already got, if you look at the UFC, we've already got our fights made to mid-September, right? Or the end of September, early October. And then I'm looking at all the stuff that we're going to do this year now in boxing. And you mentioned it earlier. I'm looking at all the stuff we're doing in jiu-jitsu, power slap. I don't know if you saw it. Did you see what I posted yesterday about power slap? This fucking beast. Hold on. Let me pull this up for you guys so I'm fucking accurate here. All right. Listen to this. This fucking thing. God damn it. Power slap's record-breaking month. 2 billion views and 2 million new followers in the month of May alone. 2 billion views and 2 million more followers just in the month of May alone, our biggest month that we've ever had. That thing is a fucking beast. We just launched jiu-jitsu, which has been successful, and now we're starting these tournaments where young people and everybody can come participate in the tournaments. You guys know where I'm at in boxing. We've been talking about that since we started the interview here. And then the UFC, we're about to, be on the White House lawn for America's 250, and the list goes on and on. So I'm always thinking about what's next instead of, let me just go walk around and take this all in and think about fucking how great you know what I mean? I don't ever do that. Ever. So.
In attendance at this event, so Trump's going to be there. You have a bunch of other, obviously, like celebrities that are going to be there. Is there anybody that surprises you, number one, that's going to be there? And then also, just to clarify for people, because it's like a rumor going on online, what I want to clarify is you are having a lot of troops out there and a lot of people in our military. You got them free access.
Yeah, so what's crazy is fucking today's Tuesday. The event is Sunday. Today is the day that I'm actually sitting down. The girl who runs all the logistics, her name's Amber. She's a fucking animal. We're going over all the tickets today and who's coming and all that stuff. I haven't even done that yet. So that's all going down today. I think the president handed in his list yesterday. So I'm going over all that yesterday. But yeah, majority of the 4,300 people that will be there will be U.S. military from every single branch of the military.
Yeah, because that was the thing. People were like, "Oh, a lot of the military should be there," and then people were like, "He is. It's happening." So I think that's
every
amazing.
Branch
obviously
will be represented at the fight on Sunday.
Was that also a talk with the whole like Michael Chandler waiting on McGregor thing? Was that Like what made you guys make that decision? And
what do you mean?
Like everyone waiting on Chandler waiting on getting McGregor.
Yeah, I didn't want him to wait. I told him, don't wait for anybody, man. I've seen it over the last 25 years, guys waiting for guys, and you have a small window of opportunity to compete in this sport. Don't wait for anybody. And Chandler did wait too long, in my opinion, but
now he's getting his White House card. I mean, Chandler is the most American.
I agree.
He's one of the top Americans out there. And Chandler by KO is a sneaky bet. I think a lot of people look past him. The dude has insane power. Obviously, Rufy's extremely technical. It's going to be a tough one for him, but don't sleep on Chandler.
Yeah, he's got a challenge ahead of him for sure. That guy's nasty, but
he does. But Chandler throws bombs, bro. He just throws bombs.
He's like Gaethje though. He puts on a fucking war. He puts on a good fight. It's entertaining.
He puts on a show.
It's gonna be sick.
100%.
O'Malley's due for a knee knockout, boys.
It's a fun card. It's a fun card.
I'm fucking nuking it.
I was gonna bring up Josh Hokett. Do you find it corny personally, or do you find it like, hey, this is entertaining?
My thing at all, not even fucking remotely close to being my thing. You know, it is my thing. The last fucking performance he put on. That's my thing.
Yeah.
I bet Dana's just worried when he sees Hokett, and Hokett was in fucking roller skates getting towed by a bird scooter. He probably watches that and is like, don't fucking get injured. I was watching that like, bro, you're in roller skates in Albuquerque.
You're a professional athlete.
Yeah. But he is an entertainer for sure. And he has the hands and wrestling to back it up. That's what I think people sleep on.
Yeah, if his fight was bad, crazy fight, people would fucking hate him. But like when he put on that fight, it's like, so do whatever you want.
Yeah. I am not a fan of all the the goofy fucking whatever that shit is he's doing, Star Wars or WWE. I don't know what it is, but not my thing. But fucking that last fight he put on, that is my thing. That's why I made that fight that night. And the way that he fought, him and Derek Lewis should be unbelievable.
That's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
And then we get to see Gable, International Fight Week. What do you think about Gable Stevenson? Do you think that's kind of the next evolution of a heavyweight fighter, or are you guys going to build him up a bit?
I'm glad you asked me that because, I just saw an interview with Pat Miletich. I don't know if you guys know who Pat Miletich is, but he was like one of the early guys,
yes,
had a big team when we first bought the company and all this shit. And he was talking about Gable Stevenson and some other guys. He's like, I see what they're doing here. They're trying to take these guys from the cradle to the grave. It's like they're trying to snatch up all these young guys before they fuck. I'm like, Pat Miletich, what the fuck are you talking about? Every time I see this guy now, he's saying fucking weird shit. First of all, Robbie Lawler was 5-0 when we brought him into the fucking UFC in the early days, and he was from fucking Pat Miletich's camp. Robbie Lawler went on to be a multiple-time fucking world champion in different organizations, including the fucking UFC, and fought for a long time. He just retired not long ago. BJ Penn came into the UFC with no fucking professional fights. I mean, it was the weirdest fucking interview I've ever seen. It's like it's like the new UFC now. They're trying to bring these guys in early and all this shit. No, guys that we've seen that we think have potential. Aaron Pico. We were trying to get him early on in his career. Absolutely nothing has changed in the way that we sign guys from the early days to now. And yeah, he's one of those guys that we think has potential to possibly be great, like a Robbie Lawler.
Yeah, Gable's he's like potentially like a prodigy just with his wrestling pedigree. How do you guys go find talent? Like, do you send scouts out to like organizations like Lux and like, or do you use your contender series? Like, what are you
Sean
doing
Shelby
to find talent?
And Nick Maynard are our matchmakers, and they do go to these fights. When we first bought the UFC, all the fights were happening in Hawaii and Southern California. And I actually used to fly every weekend and go watch these fights live. But now, streaming didn't exist then. And if we didn't go see the fights live, we had to have VHS tapes of them. And we'd have to watch the VHS tapes. obviously, when you think about our business, not just scouting fights, but, promoting fights and everything else, technology has been great for us. Streaming and the internet and social media has been incredible for our business. But yeah, Sean and Mick have their finger on the pulse of everything that's going on out there and all the up and coming guys. And obviously, the Contender Series, which starts again in August, is massive for us. I mean, it's
Let's go.
it is the best fucking show on TV, in that few weeks that it's on every year. And for those of you that don't know what it is, we take two of the best fighters in the world in these weight classes that are not signed by the UFC. And obviously, and I don't do any homework on them whatsoever. I don't read anything. I don't want any bias. And I don't give a shit what you've done. You've obviously done some great things. That's why you're there fighting that night. But it's like, show me who you are right here, right now. And then I decide that night who we sign and who we don't.
Would you awesome. What percentage breakdown would you say is like talent and record compared to like?
It's all about fighting. It's like the Hoka thing we're talking about. That whole fucking whatever that is, I don't like it. I don't care about it. It actually turns me off. Right? It sends me the other way. Mm-hmm. Then I sit there and watch him fucking fight that night. And then I'm like, okay, I'm in now. Now I'm in. So it's all about the two people that have stood out in my entire career fighting. Since I was 19 years old, I went to dinner. I was in Ireland and I sent out a tweet. Hey, who wants to come drink with me at Temple Bar? Fucking, the place was packed. All these Irish people there drinking with me. And all anybody talked about me is, you have to sign Conor McGregor. You have to sign Conor McGregor. And I'd never heard of Conor McGregor. And for some reason, leaving the bar that night, I was fucking drunk. Maybe that's why. But I thought he was a heavyweight. So then I come back to the United States and I tell Sean Shelby, all anybody talks about is this kid, Conor McGregor. And Sean's like, yeah, we're in talks with him right now. I said, oh, perfect. All right. So then we signed Conor. Conor flies out to Vegas. I went to dinner with him. I got in my fucking car and I called Lorenzo Fertitta. I said, Lorenzo, I don't know if this guy can fight, but if he can even throw a fucking punch, this guy's going to be the biggest fucking superstar ever. And then Ronda Rousey came up to me at an event and said, hey, can I get, 10 minutes with you? I'd like to talk to you. We went back in the back room. We started talking, and in my head, I said, holy fuck, I think I'm going to do this. And if I do, she's the one to do it with. And I ended up signing her, and the rest is history. I called Lorenzo again after that meeting and said, I think I'm going to do this women's thing. He's like, no shit. And I'm like, yeah, this Ronda Rousey is fucking special. So those are the only two that have ever stood out to me, like their personality or, whatever, before I really knew how good they could fight or whatever, I knew Ronda was good and that she was a judo, whatever, but her personality really, I said, holy shit, this woman's special. Those are the only two out of like.
Those are pretty good calls. Fuck, both of them are, yeah.
And if the personality is there, then it's
interesting. It's cool, man.
Fucking grand slam home run.
I was watching old clips of the McGregor Mayweather like world tour press conferences. That shit was with you on stage and stuff.
We were just talking about it like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, the greatest fucking time in my career was that world tour. It was fucking incredible. And what's funny is in the negotiations with the Mayweather side, because we all had to pitch in, pay for all this shit, right? So everything was a fucking negotiation. And so we built out this world tour thing, and I put Toronto on the list. And they called, they're like, we're not going to fucking Toronto. Who gives a fuck about Toronto? I said, guys, you don't know. Trust me. You don't know. You don't understand, because these boxing guys don't get Canada. They don't do shit in Canada and whatever. I said, I battled with these guys, because they have to pay 50% of the bill to go there. There's fucking planes and all this other shit. And I fucking battled hard. We went to Toronto, and Toronto was fucking awesome. It was one of the best stops, in my opinion. But I'm biased. I love fucking Canada and Canadians. So
I saw Canada's now going to get they're going to get the fights on Paramount Plus next year now.
Yeah,
too.
and after that fucking Rzdicki fight, I want to bring him. I want to do a fight up in Canada with him too. Yeah, so I battled hard for Toronto awesome. on that Mayweather McGregor tour, and it was fucking great. And it was so fun. And what was great was, every city we went to, you would think if you did a press conference the day before in LA, well, the next day in fucking New York was going to be pretty much the same. No, every day was different. Every stop was different. And what was cool too, my favorite was, fucking Espinosa, the guy who ran Showtime at the time. By the time we got to England, Connor didn't know him, right? But by the time we got to England, Connor had figured this fucking guy out, because Connor's so fucking smart. He's like, this guy's a fucking weasel, this guy. And literally, when that played out, I still fucking laugh my ass off when I see that clip. You shut the fuck up and sit down. What are you going to do?
Where is the weasel now?
I think he's just floating around out there. Yeah, Connor figured that fucking guy out quick. It was beautiful.
How do you think Connor's going to come back in his fight versus Holloway?
You don't know. That's part of the fun of it. Here's what I can say. I've never seen a situation where coming back from such a long layoff is a good thing. Layoffs in this business are, you got to stay active. You got to stay busy. But again, you're talking about a guy like Connor who has that knockout power. And Max Holloway's, one of the greatest to ever fucking do it.
You guys have anything planned for that, like extra press conferences?
We're so focused on Sunday right now. And then as soon as fucking Sunday's over, Monday we'll be on the grind for International Fight Week and give you a bunch of information on that.
Well, it's a big summer and big year for the UFC.
And there's a small chance that it could get moved because of rain.
So what would happen is rain.
I've heard that. I don't know if that's...
Rain ain't going to stop us. Lightning is what will stop us. If there's lightning, yeah. So, you guys have played youth sports your whole life. Yeah. So, as soon as fucking lightning happens, everybody, you got to get out of there. But lightning only happens for a certain period of time. And we'll know ahead of time, during, and whatever, how long the lightning's going to last. And we would just delay the fight. We wouldn't cancel it and do it another night.
Let's get a little rain going. I wouldn't mind that.
Your parlay gets fucked, Freezer, because of lightning?
We're going Sunday no matter what. If it fucking snow, we're going.
Fuck yeah.
Always,
we know you got a busy week. We appreciate you taking the time, Dana. We're fucking pumped. UFC White House this Sunday. Let's go.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Congrats on your success, boys. Keep fucking rolling. Later, boys.
Awesome, Dana. We'll see you soon.
Go kick ass, Dana.
Okay.
Peace.